It's almost.
I know, but I don't have the virtual meeting. That stuff. I'm just hitting the streaming button right now. We're actually going on. Your friend's here, all right.
How did you find out about it?
Through my wife.
Just trying to figure out some things here. Oh, here comes.
But it also made me realize how little contact I have with you all. I didn't know who to turn to go, hey, have you heard this? Is this what's going on? I don't know. Good morning, folks. Sorry we're behind getting on the meet. I hope people can hear us. There we go. I got the camera up now. Oh, hold on. For some reason I'm muted, so if you're saying something, I can't hear you. There we go. Somebody say something now, please.
Morning.
Not you guys. Morning, Cheryl. Chester,
Something.
Bill, Fred. Sure don't mean
You have to tell us what you were just talking about.
Which thing?
It came on us that you were saying something about Loma Del Mar and not being able to get a hold of people.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we get into it in this forum, but I got word that Judy took ill last night, or yesterday afternoon, that she's at the new hospital. And what occurred to me is I didn't actually have anybody like from you guys to turn to say, hey, had you heard this? Do you know what's going on with Judy? And right now, I don't know if she's still at the hospital or at home. I sent her some text messages this morning trying to at least see if there was somebody that was caring for her phone, because that's a pretty common thing to do. But I haven't gotten any responses from it. And I guess I know that we're not the kind of group that are interacting more than once a week, and in this forum almost specifically. But yeah, I didn't even know how to reach out. I sent Bill a message. I was just a little beside myself yesterday. I wasn't even quite sure how to deal with it.
Yeah, I was trying to think who are her friends that we could contact, and the first one that comes to mind is Ray Mahoney. And of course, she's no longer in San Carlos. And then I know that Ray and her and another woman used to have breakfast together and lunches and stuff. But I don't know her friends at Loma Del Mar.
Well, I don't want to forget that we do this in a public forum and that I've got it streaming on YouTube. And so I don't want to get too deep into this because I want to keep it as private, because this isn't what we're here to talk about. But whatever is going on with Judy, I just want you. I wish only the best things, and we're thinking about you, Judy, and can't wait till you can join us again, whatever's going on. And this is the San Carlos Computer Club. I did press the go button at 10 o'clock, and we just barely got into the meeting right as we were starting, so you really weren't missing anything. We've got Fred and Bill and Cheryl and Chester with us online. And here in Tequilas, we've got our friend is showed up to join us. Christina. If I get you guys on the camera, Christine and Jim are here as well. There's a full shot. And again, we don't have the use of a monitor here in Tequilas. Hopefully after the first of the year, I'll bring one with me. I need to get a power supply monitor that's donated. For free, that in. So, what? A monitor. Oh,
I thought you didn't have electricity. Yeah,
it
looks like we do.
Well, we don't. These are all plugged into the bar. In fact, if you see my extension cords draped over the bar right now, but that's okay because we could do that. We could still spread out, and we'll just plug in a separate monitor. See, these are all plugged into this electricity, and that's what's giving them the power. Okay. They've got a long-term plan to fix it, but we need a short-term solution. That may be what we're coming back to Tequilas with after the first of the year. Also, I got to let you guys know that Emily and I will not be here next Tuesday. We are going to be skiing up in the hills in Pine Top. Woohoo! We're going there for our biannual Christmas encounter up in the snow. And so we will not be here next week. It's the only day, and we will be back for the following Tuesday doing the same thing. What is the following Tuesday?
Where are you going?
We're going up to
Where are
Arizona, Pine Top. It's a ski. I mean, they've got snow up there. It's a bit of a ski community.
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go snowboarding, and I'm gonna go skiing. Because the last time I tried to snowboard, I couldn't go 5 feet.
When I was in
Do you snowboard? No, never.
No.
What about you two? Have you guys ever skied, snowboard, water ski?
when I was in Alaska, I went snowboarding with my uncle. And it was his first time snowboarding. He had so much skiing that he was like, "Oh, it probably won't be that hard. I can probably snow." And I was like, "We have to rent helmets." And he was like, "No, it's fine." And I'm like, "We have to rent helmets. We have to."
What? Yeah, to the same board.
If you have separate skis, you can walk. You can't walk if you're snowboarding.
Water skiing surprised me how foreign it was to any of the other activities I had done. I absolutely could not water ski. I grew up downhill skiing and cross country skiing. I had started kiteboarding by that time, and I tried water skiing and couldn't do a thing with it. I was completely lost on water, and I had a reverse experience doing snowboarding. I had a year that the kids were taking snowboarding lessons, so I went ahead and did it with them, and I absolutely, nothing helped me. Being a kiteboarder didn't help. Having had wakeboarding experience at that point didn't help. Having been a lifetime skier didn't help. I couldn't go 5 feet. I was afraid I was going to break my neck. Well, that's the thing. The last time we were in Pine Top, I had a great experience because I got skis, she got a snowboard, and we went up the mountain and we just skied together. It was just an awesome experience. Yeah, this is in Arizona. It's about a 4-hour drive north from Phoenix. Yeah. I think the larger community is Sholo. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, so we're excited. We're looking forward to that. We'll do our Christmas. We've been doing biannual Christmases up there because we do Christmas, my folks, and then we do Christmas with UES folks here. And this will actually be one of our last Christmases up there because the timeshare has gotten sold. Everybody's very happy to have gotten out of it. And so,
I don't even know what a time.
and you won't because stay away, evil. Yeah, just stay away. One more way of people to try and make money off of you.
Wow, I can't. Wow, I'm so happy to never know what a timeshare is.
That's absolutely it. It had very little value to our family until my folks started suggesting this Christmas idea. And then we were getting value out of it. But there was a period of time where he would have given it away. Just $0. And apparently, the kind of contract it was, it could leave me indebted if my dad disappeared. I'm like, how is that even legal? I had a quick thought about it. I'm like, no, go ahead. I'm not worried about my credit up there. Very quickly, they would learn they weren't getting a payment. Yeah, the maintenance fees. Yeah. So this is our last, well, at least a last accommodated trip to Pine Top. Yeah, we may make it up there some other time, or maybe we'll choose some other place to go skiing.
Up there.
That's right. Hence the Motel 6, whatever it is. Okay, well, hey. Oh, what was that?
What's the price? What's the price of a ski ticket these days?
You know, we didn't go last year. We were there the year before last. It seems like it was about $70 to $80 in that area. They have a couple of lifts, and we did rent equipment as well. I had the oddest experience. I went like 7 years without, when I first moved down here. We went about 7 years without downhill skiing. And I got the opportunity, and I just left all my gear in the shed, and I rented gear. And the gear was so amazing. I was like, let's throw away all that gear in the shed. I'm renting from now on. Now, consequently, I haven't gone skiing again, and that was the last time we went skiing was 2 years ago, but I'll probably always rent because it doesn't make any sense to own. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Once you turn 80. That's that. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, you know, what I found last time is I didn't have problems skiing. I had problems getting up after I fell.
Yes.
Skiing was great, but as soon as I was on my butt, I'm like, why is it so? I don't remember it being so hard to get up. This, and I'm probably the same way with kiteboarding. The last time I went out kiteboarding, it was like, yeah, staying on the board isn't hard. It's recovering after you're not on the board anymore. All right. Well, this is our 7th meeting of this season, which began in October after I got back from Alaska. And I did send out a document yesterday evening that is full of news that has... Did you get your email? Never gets the email. It's full of stuff that we have never gotten to over the last 3 meetings. So I've left some stuff in there that I thought was interesting. And then I've added some extra stuff to it. But I also wanted to, right at the top of the document, you know, we've always talked about the Bill of Digital Rights. This idea I have for enshrining like the equivalent of human rights into your digital persona so that no governments can take those rights away from you. And my Bill of Digital Rights is a document that outlines the areas that I think that government should recognize as our digital personas' rights, and they would use that as guideposts for how they put together legislation or how they build their ethics as we go forward. Well, Theo Chino, who you guys have met on different occasions, he's a friend to our club. He's a tech and social advocate, has a website, Social Democracy, in New York, and he has added my document to his reservoir and has set up a mailing list. And so there's a link here in this document where you can add yourself to the Bill of Digital Rights mailing list if you want to be part of discussions about these topics and refinements and solutions and faults that are found in these ideas. The idea is to have a refined consensus on how we care about these things, so that there's a movement pushing this in front of the decision makers. This is what we want you to respect as you're making decisions about AI, or you're making decisions about really consumer protections. This is my new word. Not using regulations, using consumer protections. That's right. Nobody likes the word regulations, so we're going to use the words consumer protections in these regards, because it is us that are paying the price of these things going forward without any forethought. So if you're interested, there's a link to that at the top of this document, and you can put yourself on the mailing list. As far as I understand, this is brand new, so you will be some of the first people on the list. Okay, is in typical fashion with the 5 of us here and How many people we got online? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people online, the 9 of us. I have brought topics, but I'm more interested in your topics. I see Chris has her finger already up. So what would you like to add to this meeting? Okay. Yes, they should be in the messages. That is correct. Yeah, and you understand why that is? Because you're on a consumer internet service where your connection to the internet, that address that identifies you, is from a pool of different addresses. And if you lose connection, or if they just want to do some administration, they can wipe that and refresh it with a different address. When that address changes, you're no longer identified as the person using Smart DNS. So you have to go to Smart DNS and say, now I'm on this IP. So, oh no. Is it? So a DNS, domain name server, not that that should, is the equivalent of a digital phone book. And the way it works is everything on the internet is found by using numeric addresses. And those numeric addresses are very difficult for humans to recognize and remember.
I teach us calculate them by hand.
Oh, fun.
As a project.
Well, so what a DNS does is it allows you to know those numbers by names that are easier to reference and use for promotions and passing. Please. We can say something like google.com and we don't have to remember 176.571. Or
yes.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Those are not accurate. I'm making stuff up. But actually, there is, the ones that are easy for me to remember are the single digit famous numbers. Like there is 1.1.1.1 and 1.0.0.1. And these are the DNSs from Cloudflare. Their DNS service. It's supposed to be secure and fast.
So DNS isn't the name, it's the number.
What DNS is the database of names to numbers. So you can't get a number without having a name. I mean, essentially, you've already got the number. You can remember numbers, like I just remembered those numbers. Mm-hmm. There is a name that associates. I just happen to remember those numbers. The names have to be looked up by DNS, and it's actually more intricate than a phone number. It's actually a web of phone number. It's a web of phone books. It's more complicated than a phone. What a phone book is?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, for you 20 years old, can you imagine? We used to have these books. They were really thick. You know, it easier to get. There was a section that was only in yellow, and that was all the business pages.
The phone book is the book full of everybody's phone numbers.
That's right.
You put all the phone numbers in there, and you can call whoever you let it.
That's correct.
And speaking of phone numbers,
It was like internet, but when we had it first.
yeah, you have to manually go. I discovered yesterday, I was trying to figure out who was calling Nick, and I discovered that if you enter the phone number in Google search, it'll tell you who it is.
Many times it will, yeah.
Yeah, for free.
Cheryl, you had your hand up for a while.
Yeah, I didn't hear what Christina's first question was. Was it something to do with she didn't get the newsletter?
Hold on a second. I don't know if you can hear me now. I've had problems with this microphone, and that's crazy. I saw it failing when Christine was talking. I'm trying to bring it back now.
Well, I can hear you, but I can never hear when Christine
speaks on the other side. The
Other side.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, but now we can't hear you. And that's
Okay.
my fault. So give me 1 second. Yeah. Give me just 1 second because I plugged in that microphone to a different this is the fallacy of Windows. I plugged that microphone into a different USB port, and even though we're at Windows 11, it still thinks it's a completely new microphone. It makes absolutely no sense. It has self-identifying numbers. It has MAC addresses in it. Windows should be smart enough to go, oh, that's the microphone that was plugged in over there. It's just been moved. But no, does not. It's completely a new microphone as far as Windows is concerned. And they want to make Windows what do they call it? A gentle. Oh, I hate the new language. A gentle. A gentle means that you're going to go to your Windows computer and ask it to do tasks. You're no longer going to be using Windows to do tasks. You're just going to be using Windows to get it to do tasks. A gentle is the language. No, but it will do all the creative stuff, so you'll have time to clean your house. That's the fallacy of the world we're living in now. Anyway, so the question Christine had was about smart DNS. You remember our discussions about smart DNS and
Yeah,
Matt?
but I understood her to say that she did not receive the newsletter or something, or she couldn't open the attachment or something.
No,
Oh, she hadn't read the emails
because I
yet.
have it on my phone now.
Oh, okay.
But it was a side to what we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it's
Okay, I
up
wasn't
there,
sure what the initial
I
question
can
was,
go
but
and
then I
figure it out.
understood your answer about the smart DNS and everything. And to say about a phone book, one of my jobs when I was 18 years of age was to drive a service truck for a radiator company, and I had to sit on the Calgary phone book, just the white pages, not the yellow pages, because they were a separate book because it was so big. And it's not like the internet, Em. It's more like a database or a spreadsheet.
On E-Town.
That was 15 years ago.
You're
Somebody's-
such a smoothie, Chester.
Wasn't mine
I'm
either.
about to be 69 years of age, so
Well, so to finish with the DNS, what happens?
Leon E-Town.
How could it be my computer? My computer doesn't ring. Weird. I don't have any announcements.
sorry guys, it was ringing on my end. Somebody was trying to phone me. I just
Oh.
declined. But
Okay. We've got too many devices around us. As I gaze across the table, we've got a half a dozen devices out.
Mine on
I just no one ever calls me.
Aww. So DNS, unlike a phone book that is one book, a DNS is responsible for their registered names. And so when you have a name like google.com or cnn.com or internationalcs.net, which is our website, it is with a registrar, and that registrar, that organization has a DNS, and it's responsible for all those names and numbers under that registrar. You normally check a DNS, and then the DNS, if it doesn't have those names and numbers, it refers to another DNS. And so it's a web of phone books in the end, each phone book being responsible for its local area, pushing you off to the next closest phone book if it doesn't find what you're looking for in that local area. And that's the
You know, in Mythbusters, but like the myth where back like two phone books were
Oh, okay.
And then they took 2 like military. Sorry, that has nothing to do with it.
This
but you
is
were
an
talk-
aside.
Yeah.
Unless you can provide a video for that, this isn't a tech topic.
And then they took a video of it.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll look forward to that. You're gonna provide that, right?
We'll put it in the recommended.
There you go. Yeah, that does sound like a recommended, doesn't it? So, where are we? Who else has a question, topic, news, or tanks pulling apart phone booths? Yes, Chester, go right ahead.
Yeah, I was curious what progress you're making on iPhone. What do you call it? Education.
Oh, you're talking about the smartphones for dummies that I keep wanting to do. Not very much.
I recently deal with Verizon. I got an iPhone 17, $5.
Oh, all right.
So I quite how to run it.
Well, you know, we still have the first presentation that's out there, but there is a bunch of new stuff, and we haven't. What has come around the corner is all this AI stuff, and so while I've been trying to collect topics that I think are genuinely, and you can find what we've already collected at the end of one of these documents, because I include it in every one of our documents, is where we're at with the Smartphones for Dummies 2 stuff. But if you're looking for anything that's strictly up to date, well, it's going to end up being all this AI stuff that's going on right now.
Tragic.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah, and when I finally have done something and it's online, I'll make sure that it's redirected to all of us so that we can all take part in it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Where could we find that previous presentation?
Oh,
You're going to send us a link?
you know what? I could, yeah. In fact, I should probably have it included in the in the show notes all the time, since I'm doing the update to it, or my goal is to do the update to it. Now I am fumbling through YouTube in the Computer Club
I didn't know
account.
what it was called.
Yeah, no, you're making me realize that I probably don't have it well. I don't even remember where I put it now. I know it seems like it's in my my business pages. I think they're in I think there's a copy in business pages and a copy in National Computer Solutions.
This morning, AI recognized a clarinet as a terrible gun.
That's
standard
just
micro
one of the articles
USB
that I
charging,
referenced in
and then micro
document
USB
today.
charging also, depending on
Here is the Smartphones for Dummies presentation, the original one. Look at that.
I can hear me. Can you hear me?
I'm going to grab this link, stick it
Thank you. Thank all you dummies for coming. There are a lot of us in this
If
group.
the Computer Club isn't enough for you.
This is wonderful. And we so appreciate Scott being willing to come
Well,
and
if you
help enlighten us on all the wonderful things that we can do
give
with
a little
our
plug.
smartphones. So we'll get to that in just a bit here. I have a couple of people I would like to thank. I'd like to thank Ray Mahoney.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ray designed all of our posters. He's got to make up the weekend. We so appreciate it. Thank you, Ray. We want to thank Leslie Fortivo. Thank you, Jen, out there. We love to see you. And,
he
was
living
very,
in
very
Alamos?
welcoming, so we really appreciate that,
Just renting
Jan.
a house down.
Let's see.
Christmas what? Mark Mulligan.
I want to thank
Yes.
Al, who is our AV guy, who already left to go back and get married, I think. I thought he said get married. Are you there?
Because right now it's on Facebook, but it should be on YouTube sometime today.
Okay. Well, we'll look for it, and we'll make sure that link's here. And actually, as I was looking for smart, I should have looked in my own document, because if you can see on your screen, under the Smartphones for Dummies 2, there is a link to the original presentation right here. So I should have looked in my own references. I didn't even have to go out on the internet. It's right there. Which part? What are you sad about?
Didn't look at your own reference.
Oh yeah,
No faith in yourself.
that's
That's
right.
all.
I'm just pleasantly surprised to find out how well organized I am. It's definitely a testimony to doing little bits of stuff, because I'm sure not that organized in general. It's just happened to stick it in the right place at the right time, and it's been there ever since. So, as Chester mentioned, if you didn't see it in the news, they had an entire school locked down for a school shooting because an AI flagged a clarinet as a weapon, as a gun. Yeah, that's
Was it brown?
was it brown? Maybe this is an actual picture or just a picture of somebody with a clarinet. But the point being that this school was using cameras and AI software to monitor traffic. And the software did what facial and recognition software does. It made a mistake. And because of the way they put their network of decision making, it shut down their entire school because the AI software made a mistake. Well, maybe. I take this as an example and reflect back on the issue we've got right now with ICE raids, and they've given these agents facial recognition software on their phones to flag in front of people's faces. I'm going to keep bringing this up because I think people need to talk about it. They have given those systems in hand more validity than a passport or an identification that they could show the agent, and that's just wrong. We should not be having so much reverence for this kind of technology. And this is just another example of that. It's fallible. It is not perfect technology. And it's not even, Emily would tell you, I'm fond of saying we live in a good enough world. Most of our technology is good enough. No, it doesn't get close to perfect. And this is another example. If we're going to live in a good enough world, this is not even good enough. This is not good enough to take seriously, and it definitely shouldn't be implemented until it is. So, welcome to read the article. It just makes you shake your head that we would be doing things like this. My gosh, they could spend that money on a security guard, right? I mean, he could feed his family.
A security guard that knows what a clarinet is.
Right. Well, and one thing a security guard knows is the students. Well, yeah, but you've got these interactions. The teachers know the students. They know which student they should be paying attention to. AI doesn't know that. It's just flagging stuff that looks odd to it. At least at this point, I don't want to besmirch any possible technological advance we see in the future, but right now I can't believe what we are giving. I call it reverence. We give too much reverence to this. We don't believe it can be fallible because it's a machine, and it is inherently the type of machine technology that is full of failures.
It's a machine to hallucinate.
That hallucinates. Yeah, that's right.
Any machine. Good as the programmer.
Well, what about these ones that are like programming themselves?
But they have to start with a program somebody else put in it.
Yeah. You do. Well, we've been bouncing all over the board. What's your recommendation before I go? Oh wait, no, let me bring up one other new news item that if you wanted to share in ranting and outrage, I've got a new one for you.
Love ranting.
I got a comment before you move on.
Okay, as long as I don't lose my ranting and rage energy, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, thank God it wasn't a phone book day.
Own book.
I do when my phone book calls the police.
Your phone book calls the police. Now I don't even know what we're referring to as a phone book. This is the rage. You guys can't see it because we don't have a monitor to show it to you, but this other article is about LG updating their smart TV with an unremovable copy of Microsoft Copilot. So this is a bit dystopian when you think about it. You bought a screen, you made the mistake of hooking it to the internet, and the designers got into it and stuck an AI that didn't exist. That's just wild. According to this article, it is not something you're going to be able to turn off or well, you know,
For a while.
yeah, I bet they're going to, after this kind of news coverage, I'm sure there's going to be a way to disable it if they choose to. But it is a little odd to think that you would bring technology into your life and AI, something that's abstract that we still haven't really, and we were just complaining about how valuable it is to begin with, has just merged with your TV set. I mean, who knows what kind of hooks that's got? Can it turn on the microphones? Do you have one of those TVs that has a camera that you're unaware of? I like all these things come to mind. And I gotta say, Alexa hasn't gotten better. I mean, if anything, the more I've integrated smart stuff into Alexa, it's gotten more valuable, not more stable.
Today, right as we were walking out, you told Alexa to turn off the TV, and we were floored that it worked.
It turned off the TV. That's right.
Incredible.
There was nothing about that experience that made us think it was going to work. I was actually half-heartedly making a joke while I was looking for the remote control.
Pops up and asks, what are you doing? Or, what can I help you with? Shut up! Go away!
I think our
Disabled on our
well, I can't think of a better reason not to hook your screen up to Wi-Fi, not to get it online. If you're going to buy a monitor, it makes sense. And this is actually a digital Bill of Rights thing, is this idea that appliances have to do their job before a computer is introduced to them. And I think that this is a perfect example of why you would buy a screen and never have it touch the internet, and you would choose what gets fed to that screen. So you'd HDMI, whatever device you've chosen to drive on that machine.
The trouble is with an LG TV, you need to be online to get Prime Video. What's the reason you bought it? Hulu or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that should not be the reason you're buying these screens. Like, you shouldn't buy it thinking you're going to use the smart TV to get online. The problem is, as that kind of idea goes forward, all these smart TV designers are making it nearly impossible to run their device, to even get it to turn on, without you registering into a tracking agreement with Roku or Amazon or Tyson, is that the name of Samsung's operating system? I think it's Tyson. They all want to lock you in. They have technology that allows them to actually do program identification from what's being put up on the screen. So you don't even have to go through their software. The fact that video is being presented on the device can be captured and used as identification information, kind of like what is the Shazam for music. They've got Shazam for movies. Each one of these organizations has their own software, proprietary Shazam for TV, and they're able to identify your watching habits, because that all goes towards the great data collector in the sky that they can sell off for profit. The frustration is they've become so integrated that it's nearly impossible to buy a screen and not connect it to the internet, like you were starting to say. I think to the Samsung screen that your Tio bought for the trailer, we wanted to use it for a video game platform and to use a Fire Stick on it, but we also wanted to be able to cast from our phones to it. And what we discovered is outside of plugging an HDMI cable to it, all the other features were off unless you had a Samsung account. You had to be online, which we were ready for because we were going to do casting from a mobile device. So it needs to have some kind of network. Actually, more on that later. But we were not allowed to use the casting feature unless we signed up for a Samsung account. Now, those two things aren't technologically connected to each other. The ability to use a device for to receive a cast, and you're deciding freely to be tracked in all your behavior to some organization that's out there. Those two things do not need to be intimately connected. They just are. And it's the kind of thing that we should insist doesn't happen. But we can only make those kinds of insistence by educating ourselves on what's going on. And well, it's supposed to be really easy, but with a Samsung TV, you have to start with a Samsung account. Well, yeah, casting in a perfect world, which we could be living in, you would bring your little device up to a big device, and that big device would announce itself as being available, and you'd press a button, and the things on the little device would go up to the big device. You'd move your Netflix up there, or your YouTube up there, or your telecommunications conference up there, or whatever it might be. And there are devices that are really close to this experience. But what keeps getting in the way is all this wanting to track what you do. And that's coupled with the licensing agreements as well. Like the Fire Stick notoriously is very difficult to cast from iPhones to the Fire Stick. Whereas Roku devices, they tend to cast right to a Roku device without a problem. They've sacrificed interoperability for IP protectionism. What protects them with patents and things like that becomes a nuance issue. It becomes a nuisance for us as consumers, because they won't interoperate without paying licensing fees. They won't pay licensing fees because they want to keep the product low enough that they can sell them on margin. But then we don't have those conveniences that absolutely exist. These technologies of convenience are there and can be implemented, but they're getting lost in the dogma of how we do things right now. Anyway, I'm preaching to the choir.
Following this?
It's how everything's become utopian. Are you having fun? Is it fun here?
Depressing but fun. That wasn't mine. I hope that's what I'm going to name today's episode, is depressing but fun. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Be on the lookout for more of that kind of behavior. I can't believe that people have a device in their home that all of a sudden popped up with something they can't get rid of. Oh, and back to the Samsung TV for a moment. For a year, in the upper right-hand corner, it's been saying there's an update. I'm so fearful of pressing the button. Even more so now. And then to make matters worse, I've waited so long before there is an update. It might flip over to a more recent update. It might have problems stuttering through updates. It might fail in the update. Of course, there is no option to say, stop telling me about the updates. Every time I turn on the TV, I got to go through like a 2-minute announcement up in the upper right-hand corner saying, update available. Don't you want to update? Like, no, I don't. It's doing everything I want it to do. Why would I want to update?
I've been trying to dodge the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every time I open up, it hasn't forced me to yet, and until it does, it's not.
You remember when they did that with which one was it? It wasn't Windows 8, was it? Was it when when they had an update option, a free update option from one operating system to the next, and the window they used to announce it, they intentionally put the close button as a compliance button, like an accept button. So like they knew they were psychologically manipulating you into doing the update because of the way, the position of the button and the wording they used. You could never say never. You always had to say not now. You guys remember this? This well, which operating system? Oh, it was so. No, it was, but it was XP to 7. It was XP to 7, and they were giving it away for free to people that were on XP, but you had to, or was it, no, it was at 7 to 10. Now that I say that, I think it was, no, I don't remember them giving 8 away. Well, yeah, 8 and 10 were considered the same thing. Yeah, I have to look at, but what I do remember is the psychological manipulation of the technology to get the consumer to do what they wanted you to do, which was to get everybody on board on the same platform. And they had manipulated that window. They had say this is the most disillusioning thing for me in technology as we've gone into the future. I've mentioned before back in the 2000s how wide-eyed, bushy-tailed I was about where technology was going to take us, and how dystopian I feel like we've reached now. But it started with me when I learned that Microsoft hired psychologists to help them figure out where to place a button. Or Facebook
Actually,
hired psychologists to help them figure out how to get people not to close the app. These kinds of behaviors from technology, they don't need to be there. Technology was not intended to take advantage of people. It's just like we've said. Boy, it sure is, isn't it? But it's like that analogy we use with like hammers. It's like you can bang somebody over the head with it, or you can build a. That's technology. Technology can be used in many different ways. We need to decide how our culture is going to use it. And we need some protections against that kind of manipulation. That's just not cool. Where are we? I've got how many more minutes left in this meet? We've got 13 minutes left. Nobody has any other topics. I hit the 2 that I enjoyed from today, and Christine has her hand up. I'm wondering if she's got a recommendation she wants to make. Eufy. No.
Solar
Looking them up.
voice.
And what's the name brand again? EUFY. Security. Well, my Ring has just died recently, so I'm looking for something new. Home security cameras. So where'd you get yours? From Amazon. Any good price? Oh, that sounds like a subscription.
and when was the last time we?
Oh, and look, this must be one of the ones you're talking about. It has a solar panel on the outside. Oh, oh, look at that. That must be the one. Very cool. Well, this is going in my list right now because I am right looking for a security camera right now. I really just need to know if somebody's like on the property. That's
And
it.
it's motion.
Oh, that doesn't care.
0.7 on winter.
That's good to know.
Security camera.
There was a meeting noise. That's Chester with his hand up. Chester, what would you like to add? If you're still there, he's muted.
Sorry, I stepped away and then I stepped back. I had something strange I wanted to pass on there. Yeah,
Okay.
I gave up my Amazon special free transportation account, Prime account. I could call it Prime.
You're talking about the Amazon Prime with the free shipping and the access to
I
videos.
just gave up Prime because I thought it got too.
Okay.
So I've been checking on prices. eBay prices are generally much cheaper than they are on Amazon. So recently I had an order for 3 items on eBay. Amazon filled the order.
What?
What?
Yes, I paid for the product through Amazon. Filled the eBay order. Surprised the hell out of me.
That's wild. I wonder what that's all about. So it was,
Yeah, makes you wonder.
yeah.
Did you have to pay shipping?
Again, it was a lot of the times you buy on eBay, free shipping. I found out much better prices.
I've never been a big fan of eBay, but that's an interesting story that you would have an order fulfilled through Amazon for a purchase made on eBay.
I've been buying on eBay much longer than I've been buying on that.
Yeah, the truth is I have too, and that's formed my opinion of why I don't like eBay.
The
But
other thing I pointed out is when talking about facial recognition. We've been watching a program called FBI series that's years long. And almost on every series, they're using facial identification. Of course, that could be television, but it's also wondering if that in fact is FBI.
yeah, well, like I was saying about ICE, they've been provided with software now that actually collects images from social media and very specifically from those shots that you know they're taking at the border. I mean, they openly admit to having cameras on the border. They're constantly taking photos of people that are walking across the border, people in cars. They're taking pictures through windows. And those are all accumulating into one big picture database. And then that's being fed to an AI that's making a facial recognition of somebody that with a cell phone in front of them. You have an ICE agent pointing a cell phone at somebody, and their image is being sent to that system, and that system is determining whether the person in front of them is legitimate or not. Driving around. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, but well, in this case, I mean, that's what these immigration and customs officials are using, and that the biggest frustration is that they have been told that that is more legitimate than if you were to hand them a passport or some kind of a real ID. That phone app is making a better determination of their legitimacy in the United States than an actual passport, which is just ridiculous. You would think that You would think that the act of being able to pull out papers, which is really what we're talking about, show me your papers, the act of being able to pull out papers should escalate that whole experience to another level of vetting, where the assumption is you're innocent of what you're being accused of until those papers can be proven invalid. And some apps shouldn't be able to do that. That's really where we are. We're on this horrible slippery slope with this stuff. The real ID in itself, could you ever imagine that we would live in a world where they would be blocking your transportation because you don't have what is considered official federal documentation? Yeah.
Now that
Right. Yeah, I saw that the other day too. Is that if you haven't gotten real ID compliant ID, then they're going to start charging a fee at airports for the TSA vetting. Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of feeling like a Walmart special now. It's like that's right. The passport is
But I don't carry a passport. Not for flying.
yeah. Well, we live in a world now that if your ID is not real ID compliant, then you need to go to the airport with your passport. You need to have your federal ID, which is your passport.
Yeah, but not your car, not passport. In the beginning, they said passport.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that would be the case. And the real ID isn't honored as a passport. Like for international travel, the real ID isn't. So it's.
If I was going to fly,
Yeah, but that's what I've had to do. Yeah.
When I get my new driver's license, whenever it comes, it'll be for local flights.
Well, what happens when you've got a real ID compliant ID? Like it's got the chip in it and it satisfies. Instead of holding up the ICE, instead of holding up a camera, they should be scanning the ID, right? And then where you go from there is the question. Well, you don't look like anything on your ID, and then, right? It's just anyway. What do we got next? I think we're. Somebody was asking me about it the other day, and I was exhausted when they were saying it's only been 100 days. I don't know if I can make it in 3 more years. Yeah. Oh, we haven't even talked about that, which is really not a tech story, but it was really sad to hear Rob Reiner, and what a horrible set of circumstances. Yeah, and to blame his just active spirit as being against the United States, being crazy. It's just so ugly.
We have a signed picture of in our lobby.
Oh, really? Of Rob Reiner?
We have the whole, all of the family cast, and the personally signed strange picture. And the other one is just of Lewis Carroll, because this house was owned by Lewis Carroll.
Oh, wow.
We're living in Archie Bunker's house.
Well, that's some notoriety right there. Hey, we're going to lose this meeting in just a little bit, but I've opened up the other one if you guys want to move over to it. It feels like we're almost done. So, I think all we've got going left is recommendations. We don't have to go to my next, but I'm going to wait for you guys to jump into this other meeting because we got less than a minute before this one dies. It's going. Nobody's trying to get into this other meeting.
Everyone's tired.
Oh, here comes somebody.
Oh.
How dare you think people are tired of being with me? You hurt my feelings. He has no faith. Hi, Cheryl. I knew you were coming. The other meeting going? Oh, we've got less than a meeting. Fred's gone. Chester, if you're joining us, get into the second meeting. Otherwise, we're calling it done. Okay. Fred is gone. Oh, I hear somebody getting in. It's Fred.
Like trying to think of anything to watch to recommend. Drawing a blank on every show that's ever existed.
Yeah, just,
Every single one.
we just read a snap,
Ooh.
Oh, we did too.
and I loved it.
Oh yeah, what I want to know what Nick didn't like about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, my wife would say he doesn't get it because he keeps falling asleep. I say that's my review.
Couldn't get it, fall asleep.
We watched the last directly final. And it does its own.
Evil Knievel? Grandson?
Jackie Chan.
Say that again, Fred?
Jackie Chan does his own stunts.
Oh, Jackie Chan does his own stunts. That is true.
No, not Jackie Chan. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Watching Dylan.
Oh.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
But
I haven't started season 2 of Landman. I really enjoy it. For me, it's such a conflicting thing to enjoy because none of it is my topics. I mean, absolutely no. I mean, I have a vague interest in oil just because I grew up in Alaska, but nothing, the whole cowboy lifestyle, just all of that, nothing about that appeals to the kind of person I am. And it's a great show. It's absolutely a great
and
I don't know. What was it? The Knives Out, the new one. Yeah, it is something about dead men. The newest Knives Out is what I'm going to write here right now. Knives Out. I guess I could take the time to Google it, but what else did we watch recently? I finally made it. Wake Up Dead Men. Wake Up Dead Men. It was good. We enjoyed it. Up Dead. New set. Look at that. I'm a horrible speller. Newest. Oh, okay. I feel like I should have a recommendation. I've watched a bunch of stuff recently too, and I can't think of anything that I would. Sometimes before our club, we do recommendations at the end of the club for things you should read or watch or use an application or a website that has been helpful that somebody else might. And so sometimes I'm going through like my watch history on Netflix, going, what did we watch? What can I recommend?
I've only watched it.
All right, well. I've never gotten into either one of those.
Mayor of Kingsbury.
Mission Impossible Final.
Ah, okay.
Thought it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
I watched half of it, deleted the other, took it out of queue.
Yeah, you know
It's like
the
it didn't make.
All flashbacks from all the other movies, a lot of it.
I think they got caught up in doing an homage to themselves. I
More
really
stunts
do.
for him.
I just, yeah, because the movie right before left us on kind of a cliffhanger, and it was a decent action flick. It seemed, I mean, it had a good storyline and everything. And we got into that one, and yeah, you're right. Like halfway through it, I'm like, am I enjoying this? This is
My wife was asleep. That much action in it.
Clouds.
pretty pretty disappointing too, because I was ready to have that kind of feeling with Top Gun. I was like, I'll go see Top Gun, but I'm ready to be disappointed. And I was blown away by how good it was. How, yeah, yeah, it was very impressive, and I would have expected the same kind of energy from the last Mission Impossible movie, guys. And
The wheel.
okay,
Whenever I think about movies I'm excited about, I just think about movies that are coming up that I'm excited about.
oh, not the ones you've already seen,
Yeah.
huh? How come I can't get this thing?
I'm trying to what was the last movie we saw in the theater? I think it's the Fantastic Four.
Oh, it would have been in Alaska, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been.
It was either Fantastic Four or Super.
Both excellent movies.
Both excellent movies.
You know, I had an interesting experience with both those movies, so I think I told you that when we saw them originally, and they're forever united because they came out right around the exact same time period. We were going with the same crowd of people,
And they were both awesome.
and they're both
Superhero
awesome.
movies, after a
Superhero
big
movies.
string of bad ones. There's
Well-
truly lights at the end of a deep, dark road. Sorry.
I really felt like we got out of those with Superman being the stronger movie. And then recently we've rewatched them in the living room together, and the Fantastic Four comes out feeling like the stronger movie of the two movies. The Superman came off a little more sappy than it did in the movie theater. It really came off as wholesome like the Superman that we've grown up to know, that kind. But then on rewatch, it just wasn't as appealing as it was on the first watch. Whereas Fantastic Four, it felt like we learned more. We saw more detail that we hadn't seen before.
Hey, don't get him wrong. The Superman movie was still very good.
Oh yeah, no, I would rewatch either one of them at any time. It was just interesting to have those comparisons so close together, to be able to compare them like that.
Maybe things have just gotten better. Movie.
I don't know. There's a lot to be said for maybe the movie theaters are only for Superman movies. Right? That's all that's left. Everything else you're watching in your living room.
A lot of it has.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll watch Supergirl.
Yeah, that's right. Supergirl's coming out.
That's what I'm excited about. Supergirl.
Snip? Is that the name of the movie?
Dog is Esther. It was funny in the beginning.
Hey, Cheryl, you got any recommendations? Fred, you got any recommendations? I think
Yeah,
Cheryl might be
okay.
waiting her time. Hey, these guys are leaving.
I've been watching a series called Cardinal.
You
And
guys,
it's,
Cardinal?
Cardinal. And he's a detective in Northern Ontario. But I believe it's a production, but I'm watching it on Netflix. And it's very slow, and some of the crimes that they're investigating are the worst of humanity. So I don't know that I'm going to recommend it, but just to tell you that I am watching it.
All right. In case we lose you, we'll know where to find you.
Yeah. Pretty yucky stuff.
Fred, you got anything? we're going to call this meeting to a close in just a moment.
No, not at the moment.
Nothing? Okay.
And I'm waiting not patiently for Grace and Frankie, the final season.
Okay. That's not a show
Grace
that
and
I watch.
Frankie's-
But yes, I know the
What?
one you're talking about.
My goodness, you have to watch Grace and Frankie series.
I don't
It's
know what
absolutely
Grace and
wonderful.
Frankie
If we watched everything we had to watch, you'd never leave the house. There's so much content, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. And not next week, but the week after. So you guys have a Merry Christmas. I would say Happy New Year, but we'll be back before that. And what else? Hanukkah. And just a happy holidays all the way around. From us to you. Tech on.
Tech
Same
on.
to you, and say hi to your family.
We will. All right.
Have a merry one.
Bye-bye.
You too, Fred. Tech on.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was it. That was our meeting. We'll be back, not next week, but the week after. Emily will probably be right here again. Thumbs up. So, until, what date was the next meeting? The
30th?
The 30th. Until the 30th of December, everyone in